What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Another beautiful afternoon. Sitting outside, collecting the rays. You guys know what it is. Uh, Probably do another patio video later this evening as well. It's just too nice outside. So I figured we would have a little bit of a chat. Charts are kind of boring right now, so there's not really much point in showing them. We looked at them this morning in the live stream, so um, Bitcoin's still around 104,000 right now. And nothing's going to change, guys. Nothing is going to change until we figure out this Middle East thing, right? Which is fine. I'm fine accumulating. Hopefully you guys are as well. But yeah, I mean, Mr. T said that he's going to make his decision within 2 weeks. He'll decide on whether the U.S. is going to get involved or not. Um, so you've got 2 weeks to accumulate, right? And then who knows? Maybe he dumps the markets after that, or maybe there's a resolution to all of this before then, right? But either way, until we figure it out, guys, it's going to be nothing really going on, sideways action, right? So I'm just going to spend the next 2 weeks in mass accumulation, right? It's all you really can do. Because like I said before, guys, 2 weeks is going to pass no matter what you do, whether you accumulate or whether you don't, right? The people I have found throughout history in crypto, the people who accumulate when things are like this are usually the ones that come out being the winners. So it's really up to you what you decide to do. It's never obviously financial advice, right? So that being said, guys, I wish someone had told me this when I got my first cycle, right? I wish someone had told me this. I'm going to get into it. I wish I had known. But first, a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent, biometric wallet. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. Use our link down below. Get yourself a fantastic deal. You can swap on there, take profits on there, hold your stable coins there for as long as you want to, and you can even stake on there and get APY, right? So keep your crypto safe off exchanges in your own self-custody wallet. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. All right, so I wish I had known this my first cycle, right? I wish that someone had told me that exiting this market and making your profits is not as easy as people are making it out to be, right? Knowing too many people, and I'm starting to notice this. I'm getting a lot of questions, a lot of people asking me, well, what's your price target for, some random altcoin? I say, okay, well, I mean, I think it's going to be this or that, like XRP. I think it's going to be five to $6, somewhere in that range, right? I said, well, do you think if I hold until like $6 or $7, do you think there's a chance? What I'm starting to notice is the greed is slowly starting to seep into people, slowly, right? They'll ask for exit price points. They'll ask for price predictions, and when you give it, then they ask if you think it's smart that they hold longer than that, right? That tells me that greed is slowly starting to seep in, and that's where you've already lost. If that's the game you're playing, you've already lost, right? You need to have a strategy that you can stick to, and if someone had told me that I needed to learn how to front run the market and exit ahead of everybody else, I would have made far more money over these last 2 cycles than I had in the past, or than I would have, right? If that makes sense. So, and what I mean by that, guys, is if you are, and this is the problem most, especially new people in crypto are making, right? You're seeing all these content creators and they're giving you these price targets. Let's say, I don't know, let's say Cardano to $10, whatever, right? Or whatever project out there you're watching, and your content creators are giving you an average price prediction. And I can promise you this, probably 9.5 out of every 10 price predictions you get on any given altcoin, or even Bitcoin itself, 9.5 times out of 10, it's way higher than the price is actually going to go, which is going to end up making you a bag holder, right? Because a lot of people don't care whether you're stuck being a bag holder or not. They care about clicks. They care about content getting out, right? And they care about telling you what you want to hear versus the reality of the situation, because that gets clicks. And sometimes people get mad at me when I give them my price predictions on coins because it's not high enough for them, right? And listen, I would rather tell you a conservative price point that I think honestly the price is going to go to than tell you some moon boy ridiculous $1,000 XRP price target that's going to get you wrecked and make you hold your projects more through another bear market for 4 more years. You're going to round trip it, right? I don't want to do that to people. I don't want people, thinking that prices are going to go ridiculously higher than I believe they're actually going to go, right? You have to think about it this way, guys. Even if you have a very, very conservative portfolio, it's very small, right? In comparison to some of the other portfolios that you see out there. My first portfolio I started with, I've told my tale over on the Patreon many times, guys, okay? My first portfolio I ever started with was $6,000. It doesn't get very much more conservative than that, right? For portfolios. So it doesn't matter how conservative it is. If you can even make, let's say, 50 grand in profit in this cycle, right? And prices go up higher after you exit with 50 grand worth of profit. Here's where the big mistakes start to get in. One is regret, right? Sellers regret. What that means is a lot of people will sell and then prices will go higher on paper, right? So let's say you sell, I don't know, let's say you sell your XEN at 8 cents and it goes to 10 cents or 12 cents or 15 cents, whatever, right? Another factor that people don't understand is that it may go to 15 cents on paper or whatever. Say it goes to $1, right? On paper, it shows that it went to $1. But one thing that a lot of content creators don't tell you is, okay, so it could, if you had held, it would have went to $1. You could have had this much money instead of what you walked away with. Okay, could you have though? Because was anyone buying your project at $1? The answer to that question is probably not. You have to remember that for every seller, there has to be a buyer, right? So even when, that's why if you look at any given really altcoin chart and you look at the all-time high, normally the all-time high is a large candle wick to the upside. It's a wick, right? And what that means is that there's no liquidity up there, right? It could have wicked up there, but do you think everybody's sell orders were going to fill up at that price level? Of course not. No one's buying it up there, right? So it wicks back down to where buy orders are, right? So this kind of stuff gets people wrecked because it's not what they want to hear, so they ignore it. Even though I'm putting it out there right now, there will be people in the comment section who get angry at me, who tell me I'm wrong, and these people have never even been through a bull run before. But they'll be in the comment section telling me that I'm wrong and not listening, right? And what ends up happening? They end up holding too long because people will generally believe the person who's telling them what they want to hear versus the facts. If the facts are something they don't want to hear, people will believe the person that's telling them what they do want to hear. So people will get mad at you for saying, look, your altcoin's not going as high as you think that it is. Pay yourself for crying out loud, pay yourself so that you have money to roll into the next bear. If you have $5,000-$6,000 portfolio when you started this cycle and you can walk away with 50 grand, right? Safely, then why would you not do it and then roll 50 grand into the bottom of the next bear market, right? Because if you're smart and you know what you're doing, not financial advice, but you could take 50 grand in the bottom of a bear market and in a 4-year cycle, turn that into 7 figures. No problem, right? So why would you not have a longer term mindset and have an exit strategy where you can front run the market? It had people taught me, if someone had taught me to front run the market, how to go about doing that, originally, I would have made way more money than I did. And I made a lot of money, guys, in crypto. Okay. So That's what I would say you need to do, right? I mean, again, it's not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do. Call me a liar. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? Don't believe me and do whatever you want to do. But there's a big ass bug flying up there. But what I can tell you is I would have made way more doing it that way, guys. Right? Let me know what you think. And if you need help, if you don't know how to front run the markets, if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, that in itself is an issue that you need help with. You need guidance, okay? So get over to the Patreon, guys. We have a mentorship program over there. You can jump into our mentorship coaching calls. We can teach you how to front run this market to make sure that you are one of the first people who gets your profits and gets out of this bull run before everybody else. It's like jumping in front of the front of the line, right? While everyone else risks things, right? So jump over into the Patreon, guys. Join our mentorship coaching calls, and we can teach you how to do this. We can help you design an exit strategy that's going to help you front run this market and get out before everybody else with your profits. And then we're going to teach you in the bottom of the next bear market. And this where it gets really, really exciting. Next year over on the Patreon, when we reach close to the bottom of the site of the bear market, what we're doing as a community is we do live streams on the Patreon every day. So at least once a week minimum, we're going to start a fresh portfolio together. My portfolio for the next cycle in total, my whole portfolio. We're going to start it together over on the Patreon. We're going to have it on screen on the Patreon live streams at least once a week. We're going to DCA into it. You guys are going to see in real time what I'm DCAing into, how much I'm DCAing into it, what my entire portfolio looks like, and you're going to be able to watch it grow in real time, day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, for a full 4-year cycle. And I'm going to show you how you can 10x your portfolio before you even get to the Bitcoin halving event, right? And that's still a year away from altcoin season. It's not going to be, there's no way anyone is going to be able to be more transparent and more helpful than that when it comes to helping you build your portfolio from scratch. Simply, you can follow along with what I'm doing through the whole cycle. You can pick and choose which of the projects I'm adding to my portfolio that you want to add and which ones you don't. And so much more, guys. It's not going to, there's no way to be more transparent than literally having my fresh from scratch portfolio on screen every week on the Patreon for everyone to see how it's growing, how it's going, what's pumping, what's dumping, which gems are working out, which ones aren't. There will be nothing kept from anybody. So check that out, guys. I'm super, super jacked up and excited about it. And the reason for that is that a lot of new people over there, and we have thousands of people on the Patreon, guys, but a lot of the newer people are going to see a portfolio from scratch and what ridiculous returns you can make doing things properly, right? I'm super excited about it, guys. Everybody in the community is super excited about it. Get over there. I also dropped a 100x gem on the Patreon the other day. You're going to want to get in early on this RWA play, guys, before it pops off. Don't be stuck on the sidelines asking me 4 to 6 weeks from now if it's too late to get an entry point on this gem when you could get in now before it pumps 5, 6, 700%. And a bug just landed on me. I panic sold the bug and I got out of there. Anyway, guys, listen. Get over to the Patreon. The link is down below. I'll see you guys over there. We're live over there every single day. Educational content, micro cap gems. You're not going to want to miss this portfolio structure and stuff. It's so much fun, guys. Check it out. Join the mentorship coaching calls as well. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.